adventurous nights when you should all be out scaring children doing what we do on this side. Just for your information, I'll just explain who everybody here is up front. The lady directly on my right is one of the borough's solicitors who's going to help us with the legal matters, and the other lady is taking notes to make sure that everything's recorded properly. People directly on my left are the officers who will answer any questions that come forward. The rest of the people here are the planning committee that are actually going to make the decisions here tonight. If there's been, at the beginning of each of the items, there'll be a presentation from Matthew, from the officer, who will explain what it is we're here to have a look at. If there's been a qualifying petition that's 25 names from separate households, then one representative can talk to the committee for 5 minutes on behalf of the petitioners. No other representation can be made. The applicant is allowed to, has the right of reply, but an applicant can only speak if there's been an objection. Applicants can't speak unless there's been an objection. However, ward councillors can speak on any of the applications, and there's no time limit on ward councillors when they come to speak. My role here is just to maintain order and to make sure that things run as smoothly as possible. Because of the people that are here tonight, the order of events will be, we'll deal with Paddock, the Paddock first, and then we'll deal with Oakville Drive second, and then we'll revert to order. So that's the way we're going to run tonight. So is everybody okay with that? Is there any answers? Any questions? Also, when we ask for site visits, if anybody asks for a site visit, that will be discussed tonight. So we'll get on with the meeting, and then we'll all become clear as we go on. The minutes from the last meeting, has everybody read the minutes? Are we all happy? We've had a quick chance to read them, and can we please have them as part of our Members' Code of Conduct? Is there any declarations of interest, Stuart?
Thanks, Chair. Like personal interest in just resident floor. I spoke to the developer and asked his details of the agenda plans. That comes to be written.
Thank you, Chair. Item 15, the Block Granby Road New. I've found myself called as very late deputy to this meeting. You'll notice that the item was requested to be taken out of delegation by my ward colleague, Councillor Jeff Green. He's unable to be here this evening. He apologises. I was going to come and speak as ward councillor in his place, and I have had discussions with the objectors, and so I think it's getting better than I should be going just from the last item.
Thank you very much. The next is request for site visits. So, any request for site visits, David?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I'd like to ask for a site visit on item 9, which is 60 Cypress Lane in Heswell. There are some issues related to topography and surrounding countryside and right around the site which couldn't possibly be clear on the documentation received, so it would benefit from a site visit. And the second site visit I'm requesting is in relation to item 19 on pages 121 to 124, which is 9 Garden Hay Road, Mells. I think a number of us have concerns over that.
Elisa?
Thank you, Chair. Could I request a site visit to the writing board, please?
Okay, thank you very much. So, just to explain to the public, anybody who's here for yes, should take a vote. Is everybody happy with the site visit? Sorry, is everybody happy with the site visit? Is that agreed by everybody? Agreed. Thank you very much. Thank you to the solicitor for driving them back. On track. Racing on. So, the Shell Service Station on Church Lane, Woodchurch, Piper's Lane, and Garden Hay Road will not be discussed here tonight. Anybody who's here to listen to them items, can you leave, or you're more than welcome to stay for the rest of the agenda. Thank you very much. first presentation, please, is for the Paddock, and we'll go to Matthew for that, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Through you, Chair. The proposal is for 4 residential dwellings on an area of open land previously used for grazing at Kinloss Road in Greasby. It's an outline application with all matters of detail reserved for a later planning application. An indicative layout has been submitted, however. It includes details of 4 detached 2-bedroom bungalows and shows the retention of a portion of the site as amenity open space, which the application would be landscaped. In terms of the principle of development and the policies that would apply, the site is on land that is designated for primarily residential purposes. And as such, residential development is acceptable in principle. Consideration has to be given to UDP policy HS4. The key issues are the potential impact to character of the development, the highway and pedestrian safety concerns raised by representations received, and whether the development leads to the loss of open space. Residential amenity of surrounding properties is the last of the issues. Considering character, whilst it is an outline proposal, indicative details have been submitted, which show a similar form of development to that in the surrounding area. Low density, detached bungalows set in fairly generous amenity space. Landscaping is proposed with hedging to the southern boundary, which can retain character when viewed from the Frankie Road roundabout. Considering highway safety, there are a number of concerns raised by representations. Firstly, the development leads to the loss of parking bays in Kinloss Road, resulting in greater on-street parking and potentially traffic flow issues from the adjoining estate. Secondly, that the development will affect the safety of the junction of Kinloss Road with Pump Lane. The application is, however, in outline, and at this stage the impact of the development to on-street parking cannot be confirmed. The layout of the site and quantum of off-street parking provided is unknown at this stage. That said, conditions can be imposed to ensure that a visibility display is maintained at Pump Lane Junction, free of obstacles. A further condition is proposed to secure the provision of a 2-metre wide footway along the north-west boundary of the site to assist pedestrian safety. Given these measures, and bearing in mind that the reserved matters application must confirm the layout of the site, no significant impact to highway safety is found in the outline application. Turning to the value of site as open space, it must be noted that the site is not designated as urban green space in the Unity Development Plan, nor is it readily accessible to the public. As such, its value as open space is limited to that of visual value. In this instance, it's not considered that the visual value of the site is such that refusal of planning permission should be considered. Turning to residential amenity, the separation of distances achieved to existing properties does satisfy the council's standards for privacy and outlook. 21 metres is achieved to the facing properties on Kinloss Road. There is no issue of overbearance. In conclusion, given the benefits of the proposal in terms of housing supply and the provision of a quantity of amenity open space within the site, and the absence of significant harm, it is recommended for approval subject to conditions as listed in the report. As mentioned, a further condition is proposed by officers to secure details of a 2-metre wide footway along the north-west boundary of the site between Pump Lane and Frankie Road. And a further condition is proposed to remove permitted development rights for extensions or outbuildings to the bungalows should members be willing to grant permission.
Thank you, Matthew. Does the representative want to come forward? Thank you very much. If you'd like to sit there, you'll see the microphone has a little silver button on it, so you can press that when you're ready to speak. And just give us your name and where you're from. And then we'll start timing you and have exactly the right amount of time. Some photographs coming around now. Yes.
Have I sorted that out properly now? Thank you very much indeed. My name is Helen O'Donnell. I'm a resident of the Wirral estate. I've been a resident for 24 years. And we collected a petition that 149 people signed. And we have concerns about detrimental effect in 3 areas. But first and foremost, it would badly affect safe access into and out of the housing estate via Kinloss Road. Kinloss Road opens onto Pump Lane, which is part of a busy commuter route into Liverpool and to the M53. It changes from a 30 to a 50-mile-an-hour limit within 350 metres of Kinloss Road. We know there's a concern about speed on this road because there is a flashing speed check sign to alert drivers travelling too fast in the opposite direction. But that doesn't have any impact on the speed at which drivers turn off the roundabout into Pump Lane. Every person who signed our petition talked about the speed at which vehicles turn off the roundabout into Pump Lane, just 19 metres from Kinloss Road. Safety of this turning was guaranteed by the original short grass and open aspect of the paddock. It was integral to the design of the original RAF estate. There was an open chain link fencing that enclosed it along the southern boundary, and that made it part of the estate. It's the old-fashioned way of keeping a road safe and visible. On the photograph that you've been given, you should see two cars, and it's the fact that between those two cars, the one on the left and the one on the right, you would be able to see any vehicle travelling between that, and you would see that there was a road there. Kinloss Road is such a short distance from the roundabout that even if you use your indicator properly, the vehicles travelling along Franklin Road who are not familiar with this place don't realise that there is actually a turning there. The modern way of protecting turnings into housing estates is to have them much further away from busy junctions or roundabouts. For instance, the Red Row estate on the opposite side of Pump Lane doesn't have an exit onto Pump Lane until 106 metres or 245 metres away from the roundabout. It's certain, as you can see on the indicative plan, that residents in any of these bungalows would want to have high barriers to ensure privacy and a safe outdoor space. This would mean any sideline from Franklin Road to Kinloss Road would be completely lost. The planning application itself shows a continuous hedge along Franklin Road side, that's the southern side, which is supposed to be a good feature, but we think that it will hide Kinloss Road completely. We know that certain build features, such as heights of external fences, can be controlled.
Excuse me, you've turned your microphone off.
Sorry. We know certain build features, such as heights of external fences, can be controlled, but some things can't, and it's the things that can't that are really going to impact on the safety of Kinloss Road. We know that the planting of trees and shrubs and the siting of temporary or mobile structures can't be controlled, and those are the things that will make sure that Kinloss Road can't be seen. It'll make it invisible. Even if we take into account all the things that can be controlled by reserve matters, we feel very strongly that people will not know that that road is there. Rejecting this planning application would mean that Kinloss Road was safe now and future-proofed as the traffic along Pump Lane will increase. It's part of the routes to the M53, the Wallasey Tunnel into Liverpool and into Hoylake, where the new golf developments are going ahead. Our second objection concerns the provision for car parking in Kinloss Road. It's an important point that the RAF estate was designed without any provision for private driveways, unlike today's housing developments. The lay-bys were provided instead. All the other original estate roads have 2 and sometimes 3 lay-bys which have been adopted by the council. It was certainly the understanding of those involved in the transfer of the land out of MOD ownership that all the lay-bys were adopted by the council because they're integral to maintaining reasonably free traffic flow throughout the estate.
Have you nearly finished because you've got about 10 seconds left?
We believe that the green rural route through Frankby into Greasby is a tremendous asset and is something that really should be protected. It makes the whole place pleasant for residents and visitors and therefore attractive to business.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We just need to Okay, thank you very much. We just need to clarify something for the rest of the committee while before we go forward.
Okay, sorry.
Excuse me, sorry, I think we just want to clarify something. Sorry,
this photograph that you submitted,
Yes.
it's North Point Road.
It's to illustrate the kind of clear grass that was there when it was RAF land, and that is the kind of view.
This isn't the application.
No,
site.
it's indicative of the view that you can get.
Right, so it's an example of how you feel it should be.
How it was when it was RAF.
This isn't the application. site.
That's right. It was because the trees and brambles that have grown up around it prevent you from having a clear view and getting that kind of photograph.
Thank you.
Is the applicant here? Is the applicant want to come forward? Same thing, if you press the silver button and just introduce yourself please and you'll have the file.
Hi,
Press the button. That's it, you're on here.
Good evening everyone, my name is Mrs Glynn and I'm the applicant for this application. I haven't got detailed notes, I haven't seen photographs that have been passed around, so I just wanted to make a few comments really. And I'd like to start by saying that I'm not a planning expert, I haven't got that expertise. The planning department have given this comprehensive and careful consideration, and in their view this application should be approved. In my opinion also, it will not have a detrimental impact on the area. We have tried in every way to be sympathetic to the surrounding landscape. The dwellings are single storey, the low density, and according to the highways department, they don't present traffic problems. I'm sure we could go to so many roads in Greasby. I live in Greasby, Brookdale Avenue South. Coming out of that junction is horrendous. So to say that Kinloss Road is going to be particularly difficult, I don't agree with that or concur. Other information, such as calling it a housing development, it's 4 dwellings, and as I said, it will make the area look more aesthetically pleasing. It will not have a detrimental impact at all. Also about the parking and the parking bays that you may see indicated on the plans. They've always been in private ownership, and it's the goodwill of the owners who have allowed parking to take place. In the plans again, you can see they are taking into account the needs and concerns of the objectors. We have allowed the parking bays to remain in situ. We feel we are doing everything we can to meet the objectors' needs. And therefore, just like to conclude by saying I'm fully in support of the planning department. I really believe it's going to have a positive impact on the area, and it's in line with all the policies relating to housing. So that's really all I want to say. And I haven't had access to the photographs, so I can't respond. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is no more councillor here to speak on this? No? Okay, let's open it up to the committee. Is there any comments or questions? Steve?
I would like to speak on that, but I think this was subject to the site visit, if I'm correct. I'd like to hear comments of people who actually were on the site visit before I can make a contribution.
I actually went on the site visit and Wendy's going to speak now as well, and I actually could see no problem with it. There's laybys that are there that are privately owned by the applicant who's going to leave them laybys there. So for the parking, it's going to be exactly the same. For 4 households, I personally can't see any real difference that 4 households are going to make to that access. Wendy, do you want to say?
goodwill that there is obviously from the applicant. So that's a question that I have. The other question I have is, and it was difficult to see this on the site as we were subject to the most unfortunate timing of weather, where we every time I got off the bus it rained. But this roundabout here does have a lot of grass to the other aspects of it. But that side, there's a footpath which is, I believe, going to be wider now. But there's no grass. There will be grass in the same degree, certainly as there is at the moment. So I would want to comment on that. And I wonder if we can have any comment from traffic around the speed that people do travel on campaign, and perhaps any reassurance that you could offer to residents along that line, because it is a real concern to them.
Yeah, on the issue of access, yes, I would agree that in indicative layout, it would seem if off-street parking is proposed for each dwelling, then it would impact on the lay-by. Certainly the two central units, you can't see an access would be formed into those units without affecting parking and lay-bys, yes. I think the other issue, just to clarify, the request for a condition which I think is on the late list, circulated around, is actually the northwest boundary of the site. So they are suggesting that the boundary of the site around the parking bays is provided with a footpath. So it's a footway provided on the Kinloss Road rather than the roundabout side. In terms of greenery, I suppose, yes, the site on the far side of the boundary, far side of the roundabout with the pump in it is maintained by the council as open space and is accessible as that. I think our view, certainly to the south of the roundabout, there is grass around the flat development, but on the other side, where I think found the property labelled on your plans, it is a hedging around that property which is similar to that proposed for this site. So I think our view was that the character would be similar to that southern corner between Well Lane and Rugby Road. In terms of highways, I'll leave Mike to respond.
Thank you, Chair. Specifically in relation to issues around speeding on Lane, particularly in the vicinity of Kinloss. What we have done is we've done some accident analysis of the area, specifically at that point. And when we look back over a 5-year period, there's not been any accidents whatsoever, so that's nothing related to any speeding or any issues about emerging. I know people have expressed concerns about the intensity of development and the proximity of that junction in relation to the roundabout. We don't feel that speeds will be excessive on that section in any way, and there's no accident history to show any evidence of speeding at that location, so there's no worry concern about accident with that type of junction.
Thank you, Louise. Eddie?
Thank you, Chair. Knowing the area quite well, I passed this roundabout possibly